It's 7 o'clock. We will call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum with all board members being present. We'll open the meeting with a moment of silence that you can observe as you feel appropriate. Thank you. Now if you'd stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome again. Dr. Renda, we have any recognitions or awards tonight?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. We have several introductions. No recognitions or awards.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm moving ahead now. Introductions, though, we do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Tonight, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Sherry Henry. She is the new assistant principal at Beasley Elementary. She's a May 1997 graduate of Lamar University with a bachelor's degree in health education. She received her master's in 2002 in counseling from Prairie View and her doctorate in 2017 in teacher leadership from Walden University. Dr. Henry has 13 years of experience in education, including 10 years of teaching and 3 years as an instructional specialist. And she has already started in her role. Next, we have Dr. Jonathan Maxwell, who is the new Executive Director for Student Programs. He's a December 2002 graduate of the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. His master's was received in 2008 in elementary environmental science from the University of Texas and a doctorate in 2014 in curriculum and instruction from Texas A&M University. Dr. Maxwell has 15 years of experience in education with Katy and Clear Creek ISDs. This includes 7 years of teaching experience, 1 year as a technology integration specialist, 3 years as a curriculum coordinator, 2 years as a school improvement coordinator, and 2 years as the executive director of assessment and evaluation. And he'll be joining us officially in 2 weeks. Congratulations. Next, we have the new assistant principal at Ray Elementary, Ida Pena. She is a 2005 graduate of the University of Houston downtown with a bachelor's degree in general business and received her master's in 2016 in educational administration from Houston Baptist University. She has 12 years of experience in education, including 10 years of teaching and 2 years as a bilingual ESL lead. She has also already started in her new role. Next, I'd like to introduce you to the new safety coordinator, Dallas Warren. Dallas is a May 1990 graduate of the University of Houston downtown with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. He received his master's in 1994 in criminal justice management from Sam Houston State University. He has 39 years of experience with the Rosenberg Police Department, including 5 years of experience as the Chief of Police. Mr. Warren will be starting officially Monday morning. Congratulations.
Those are all the introductions, Mr. President.
Welcome to the district. Glad to have you on board. Audience patrons.
Yes, Mr. President, we're now at the portion of the meeting when the board allots time to hear persons who desire to make comments to the board. Persons who wish to speak to the board must sign up to do so as they arrive, and they must indicate the topic about which they wish to speak. Their presentation shall exceed 5 minutes. Delegations of more than 5 persons shall appoint 1 person to present their views. The board will hear the concerns, but the board cannot deliberate, discuss, or make a decision on any subject that is not posted on the agenda. Persons who speak to the board cannot complain about a district officer or employee in open session. Such concerns are heard in closed session after proper posting of the agenda item has occurred. As you come forward, please state your name and your address. Our first speaker is Jen Carey.
My name is Jennifer Carey, and I reside at 7218 Timberlake Drive in Greatwood Shores. I'm the mom to 3 kids at George Ranch High School, and I have been in the security industry for most of my career until I recently started another company with my husband. But my specialty was securing large facilities, chemical plants, refineries, school districts, and schools. So I worked for Tyco, some of the biggest ADT, companies, security companies in the country, in the world for that matter. I've won many bids, for school districts and multi-million-dollar designs that I've implemented for schools. So I understand school security, but I'm here as a mom, to tell you the truth. I was at George Ranch High School when there was the lockdown at the end of the school year. I was actually there picking up my daughter, and I was pretty much in the vestibule, not knowing what was going on, and it was scary. It was too close to call. I know it wasn't a drill. I was there. I talked to officers. I know that something happened, and it doesn't really matter what happened. Actually, what it is to me is that I feel that our school, the George Ranch High School, is not properly secured. I was taught in my career that you deter, detect, and then defend. And I feel like there's nothing to deter unless you put metal detectors in the front and the back of the school entrances. I'm here to plead with you that you do that. I'm willing to dedicate or to volunteer my time, I guess, to raise money if that's what you need. I was standing there with many parents, and I promise you that we would have pitched in and gotten those metal detectors. They're not very expensive. I'm sure you know that. I think if money is the issue, I think that's silly when it comes to the safety of the kids. And I'm just, here representing, I guess, a lot of parents that are really concerned that this is obviously a big, scary threat. And it's so sad that I am even standing here talking to you today about this. I'm sure you are aware. I've read the information that the governor has put out there, and I understand that there's changes that are being made. I did not see anywhere in there metal detectors, and that's really what I'm urging you to do. I feel like that needs to be there in order for a student to realize, to deter them from even coming into the school with a gun. That would solve a lot of problems, I think, and cause a lot, I'm sure, for you guys in implementing that. But I guess I know you can't discuss this, and I know you can't address it probably even, but I did, as a mom, want to stand here and plead with you that you do this, and also offer my time. I'm happy to be of service to you guys if necessary. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The second one asked to be removed. The next speaker is Jennifer Lane.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Lane at 7742 Bayou Green Lane in Sugar Land, Texas. Tonight I'm presenting to you as a parent and advocate for parents, teachers, and students. First, I would like to congratulate my school board for having 100% attendance at their TASB conference. I'm very proud of you guys, and I really appreciate that. For the second year in a row, we've had 100% attendance. I have 2 things I want to bring to your attention, and I hope that it will generate some discussion, hopefully for some future workshops. First, the operations of the PTOs in the school district and the booster clubs. Specifically, I'm asking for some consistencies in the bylaws and election procedures with these parent-operated nonprofits. I would like to see the bylaws, tax identification, and insurance policies posted online or on the school district website. If it is communicated to the parents by a principal that parents are required to join PTOs in order to be a voting member of a booster club or any other club, I'm also asking that the PTOs post their financial statements online available for their members to view. My second request is I would like the school district to implement an effective employee feedback system and exit interview process. As a former human resources professional, I firmly believe that this information is important for the school board trustees to have access to. The tone of the school district should be set to where employees should never be in fear of retaliation or of losing their jobs for providing any feedback pertaining to their work environment or school processes. Our culture is rapidly changing. The business processes of the district must be fluid enough to be able to respond and adapt to those changes, such as the implementation of a new safety procedure. That is why I feel it's imperative to have feedback from employees that are on the front lines executing those day-to-day operations. And I would also like to, I had some requests from the crowd, some formal communications out to the public as to what our plans are going forward safety-wise with our schools starting the new school year. Thank you. I appreciate your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen.
That's all, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
I didn't know we were supposed to sign in somewhere. I would like to speak. I apologize. I didn't know the procedure.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
She still needs to sign. She needs to sign.
Need to.
Should I?
The cards are in the back of the room.
Oh, I'm sorry, don't remember.
Sorry. Margie
DuBose, I'm sorry.
DuBose. Margie DuBose.
I want to start by, this is safety, and I know y'all aren't here to discuss that, but I want to read you the text that I received the day before the last day of school from my daughter at George Ranch during this lockdown. From her, I just got to school, we are in lockdown. I think it's a drill, but I don't know. It's not a drill. It's not she's telling us to text our family, I love y'all. We responded, I love you too, baby. Get through this day. She wrote back and says, I don't have signal. Oh my God, are you not getting my messages? So there needs to be an alert system in place for students and parents like colleges have. On Wednesday, June 6th, when the lockdown occurred, there were some late arrivals due to their finals. So while all of the school is locked down to protect the ones inside, there were students, including mine, that were walking up to the front door to find it locked. Someone at the front door unlocked the door to let them inside. Had there truly been a threat with someone with a powerful weapon with a view of the front door, they could have been mowed down, about 15 or 20 students. They had no warning. U of H has got warnings. Everybody's got warnings in place with their cell phones. So after I received that text, I immediately get in the car and drive to a campus we don't know what's going on. Who knows if there's a guy out in the field shooting? We don't know. We're all walking into something no one's getting an alert. No one's getting alert. Desiree was led into the school by the lady in the front office and locked him down in the front office. The phone's ringing and ringing and ringing. And she said that scared her more than anything is she can't respond. She's not getting a response from us. She doesn't know if we've got her last I love you. So whoever it was let him in the front door. They hit him in the front office and told him to be quiet while the phones just rang and rang and rang. We're calling. We get out of our cars, everybody's parked outside the school, and we're walking up towards, and had there really truly been somebody up in that building somewhere, they could have blown us all away. There's no warning. Desiree said the phone's just ringing and ringing. So I know metal detectors in a high school, it's not going to work. There's too many musical instruments, gear that they come in with every day, binders, metal. That's ridiculous. It's going to take 5 hours, worse than TSA trying to get through there. But because of the poor reception of the cell phone in there, They're not knowing we're getting their message. They're not knowing if we're going to get their last "I love you." So my question is maybe can y'all look at some kind of alert system so we're not walking into it, or well, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I've called Olson and all of them down the line, and let's all put more guns in there, but that, it's not addressing what if these kids had somebody been on that second floor with a gun, and all these 15 kids are coming to this front door. She said all the other doors were locked, so they're all coming through that front door. They could have all been mowed down. Then you see all the parents coming in. There's one cop at the front door. He's trying to address everybody. There should be some kind of, whether you push a button, some kind of automated thing that says we are in a lockdown mode, so everyone's getting some kind of feedback instead of sitting there waiting. I'm writing Dr. Black, I'm writing you, I did it after Parkland. What are y'all doing to protect us? Then Desiree comes home and tells me y'all put some kind of locks on the doors. I guess everything's locked down except for maybe the temporary door coming from the doors coming through the tent building. I guess those are still unlocked. So I'm looking for some kind of alert system. If you're not going to protect them, let us know what's happening so we can get in there and do something or something. That's my request.
Thank you.
That's all, Mr. President.
All right, thank you. At this time, we need a motion to approve the minutes of May 15, 2018 special meeting workshop.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Do we have a second to that? Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There are none. Thank you. Need a motion to approve the minutes of May 17, 2018 regular board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second to that?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There are none. Thank you. Board member reports? I know we got one or two.
Okay, I'll get started. We had today our facility committee meeting, and at that meeting we found out that Don Carter Elementary School has their casework and interior finishes are continuing to be installed. Irrigation is being installed for the landscaping, and we're still on track to have completion in August and hopefully get the keys so we can be moving in. New construction starts. New Culver Elementary School foundations are being installed. The Fulshire High School shell space, the interior finishes are underway, and completion will be in August. Roberts Middle School foundations are being installed. Construction is well underway for the natatoriums at George Ranch High School, Foster High School, Fulshire High School scheduled for completion end of August. The support services addition and renovation, the construction of the loading dock connector has begun, and the old warehouse has been gutted and new work is underway. Of the district-wide access controls are active at all schools. Some support site locations have been added for installations later this summer. The district-wide site lighting, new exterior lighting has been installed across the district, and it will reduce energy costs. Additional lighting in some locations has been added for installation later this summer. And finally, the Foster High School water plant upgrades. The new water well and new water storage tank have been installed at Foster High School, and we're just waiting on the state to approve it so we can activate those. And tonight on our agenda, we will be voting for the roof replacement projects for Seguin and Austin Elementary, and those are set to be completed by October. And some other, for myself and several of us on the board, over the last month, we have attended the Dickinson 25th anniversary event, and it was beautifully done, and congratulations to that school on a grand 25th anniversary celebration. Mr. Steenbergen and I went to the Battle of the Bluebonnet Books, which, if you're not aware of it, it's all the elementary schools in the district participate. They send a team, and they have a coach, and they ask them questions about the 20 different Bluebonnet books. And I say kudos to all the students and coaches and parents, and also to LEAF because they sponsor the event. And we were at graduation, all four, some of us. And those parents, I don't know, the kids are happy, but I think the parents are even more excited. And yes, we just got back from the TASB conference where we all did participate. And today, some of us were at the State of the Richmond luncheon. So we've been very busy over the last few weeks.
Any other board reports?
Technology committee met on Tuesday. Quite a few items that are noted, but I'll just hit a few of them. The Common Threads app is complete. Principal dashboard is in development under network services. The new maintenance and operations network is complete. Under technology integration, the Interact system, Interact 2018 took place at Lehman Junior High the week of June 11th. Over 120 teachers received 40 hours of rigorous hands-on technology integration training. Participants were awarded funding to purchase technology-related items to integrate on their campuses. Orders will be placed in July for delivery during the first few weeks of school. There is for printer and copiers, refresh this. There's an item on the agenda for tonight. ClassLink, the school year this school year processed 1.4 million logins and 2.1 million app launches. Overall, ClassLink utilization was up 617% from last year. 97.6% of LCISD students access ClassLink during the school year. Technology development, GROW project. 230 students are participating in the GROW project this summer, representing 9 Title I campuses. GROW project summer graduation is scheduled for Friday, August 14th at 9 a.m. at Lamar CISD High School. Library leadership, elementary campuses competed in the Battle of the Bluebonnets competition on May 30th. Bluebonnet books are selected by a committee of librarians and educators from across the state of Texas and offer a variety of topics, fiction and nonfiction, across a variety of genres. The Battle of Bluebonnets competition goal is to encourage students to read from a variety of genres with a book that they love. This year's competition was streamed live on the LCISD Library's Facebook page. This year's winners were the Blue Track Austin Elementary, Red Track Travis, Gold Track Adolphus and McNeil, Maroon Track Campbell, and Purple Track Cubanak. Third place overall was Huggins and Williams. Second place Campbell. First place overall Cubanak. Over 375,000 individual students visited an LCISD library for activities such as library lessons, computer access, homework help, and makerspace this school year. That is it.
All right, thank you. Any others? I will mention that I attended the Career and Technology Education Practicum Programs Employer Banquet, which is a really neat program. And I'm going to paraphrase what one young man said. He really enjoyed that microphone. But having the microphone, he said, be nice to your customers and your paycheck will be better. Good advice, young man.
I would like to say,
Yes.
I was able to attend the Foster girls softball game at the playoffs. Unfortunately, they got second place, but I was never prouder of their demeanor even though they lost. And to watch 4 of the seniors actually put on their cap and gowns and were able to be on the UT field and graduate. It was very much of an honor to be there.
Good, thank you for mentioning that. Dr. Randall, anything from you, sir?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. This board has been very, very busy this past year. We started with Hurricane Harvey, and where the trustees were visible out in front and supporting our community in a number of ways, whether it was in working at shelters or donations. Most of you know that we had a bond issue this year as well. It was the largest bond in the district's history, and it was passed, and I know that the trustees were very much involved in its success. We actually had an operational audit this year, and this comprehensive review resulted in widespread updates to the organizational structure, and it has begun the preparation of preparing Lamar CISD for our continued growth. Participating, we were one of 7 districts in Texas that was chosen to receive world-class staff development to create sustainable systems and structures, and this is with the Holsworth Center, and this would not have been possible without board agreement and support. We actually had our 6th zoning in 5 years of Carter Elementary, and this might seem routine, but rezoning is never routine, and it's always a sensitive transition. Our participation with Equal Opportunity Schools, we've seen a major increase in the number of students taking AP courses. To date, we've added over 1,200 underrepresented students to our AP program. And Lamar CISD was a 2018 Texas Smart School, and this means that the district was in the best 20% of academic progress and cost-effective finances. That's also this also was the 2nd year, as Ms. Lane mentioned, of 100% participation on the part of the board and superintendent at SLI. It is an honor to nominate this board for TASA School Honor Board because of all of their hard work this past year. We'll pass out the application so that you all will have an opportunity to take a look at that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Wow.
I've
lost for words. Never been for a loss for words.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
Let's see, where were we? Thank you, Dr. Brown. You totally caught me off guard with that. All right. At this point in time, we'll establish the consent agenda. Item A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9 is the amended version we got with the lower price. B1, B2, you received the amended item on your desk when you came in that added that one item at the last of the page, $150,000, I believe it was. So we're approving the amended item. B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, we will pull B9, B10, B11, B12, B13, B14, B15, B16, B17, B18, B19, B20, B21, B22, B23, C1, and C2. The only item we pulled was item B9. I would entertain the motion to approve the consent agenda items.
I'll make a motion
You go ahead.
All right.
to
Mr. Kaminsky.
approve the consent items.
Do I have a second to that?
I'll second it.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? There are none, thank you. Item B8 is on page 143.
No.
I mean B9, sorry. I need a motion that the Board of Trustees designate Kay Danziger as the delegate and Catherine Kaminsky as the alternate to the 2018 Texas Association of School Boards Fall Convention.
I'll make a motion
Have a
that
second?
designate Kay Dazinger as the delegate and Ms. Kay for the alternate.
Do I have a second to that? Second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? There are none. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, on the information items, we did have the workshop. Well, first, I thank the board for all the work you did. The workshop went a little bit long, but we covered a lot of issues there and got a lot of things cleaned up. On the informational items, we did have the presentation on the gifted and talented and the budget workshop, and really appreciate the GT program presentation, and thank you for the budget workshop presentation as well, Ms. Dudley. Any other questions on the information items? We have no items for a closed session tonight, so we'll move to the future agenda items.
Mr. Chairman, I've got one.
Yes.
Can we get an update on the wellness model on our August agenda?
Got a consent on that, I believe? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, all right. Update in August on the wellness model. Any other things you want for the August that you can think of right now? Yes, Dr. Harrell?
I'd like to see if we could have an information item from insecurity and also from communications about a potential texting alert system intertwined with something we already have in place, just options that are available to us currently.
Right. Dallas Warren will have been on the job for a little bit, so.
And he is hitting the ground running with
Hitting the
all
ground
of those
running.
issues.
And I think we have consensus on that as well. All right. Anything else for future agenda for August? Upcoming meetings and events. August graduation?
Well, we meet back here actually August 2nd.
August the 2nd. Yes, we'll be here August the 2nd for the workshop
For you.
again. For you again.
And then when is graduation this year?
I don't remember the date. Do you recall it?
Okay, we'll get back.
We don't.
Yeah, we will be here before then.
Yep. Okay, that's it.
August 30th.
August 30th, okay. If there's nothing else to bring forward this board, we stand adjourned at 7:32.